Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack, and oh my gosh, I thought this weekly pack was not going to be that fun because the roll synergy is present. You have the hamster, the Bigfoot, the ostrich, meta-scaling to the moon, but oh, was I so wrong. This weekly has the saving grace of the strawberries, not only the strawberries, but I will say some perk pets as well. I believe it's the strawberry synergy that's present in the pack, but the addition of a couple more pets, some that we're going to see here, some that I'm saving for my next weekly video. I'm going to say this, at least 2 more weekly videos, so that means 4 weekly videos including the blind this week, potentially even 5 if I get some insane runs like I've been getting. So we're going to start here today with the Pelican. It's the return of the Salmon of Death. Still to this day, the most viewed video on my channel, my original Salmon to Death Pelican video. It was just a normal run with like normal pets, nothing too crazy, but it's shortly after the Pelican came out, and I don't think anybody had really kind of recognized the greatness yet. And I became quickly obsessed with it. So every time I see a pelican, I get like, ooh, piece of candy, like James Woods in Family Guy. Ooh, piece of candy. Speaking of it, the cardinal. Every time I see a cardinal in this pack, I am like, ooh, 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 piece of candy. It is oh so good. The Roadrunner is an interesting take as well. I think I took Roadrunner here just because I'm thinking strawberries. The more strawberries I can get, the better. There's some crazy combinations you can get with the strawberries. So I'll kind of describe some of it as I go. Like I said, some of it's going to be saved for another video, but I want to intro a lot of the stuff here. So let's talk about what the enemy has here. They have the Hummingbird and the Cassowary. The Cassowary is going to play a big role in this game. It scales health permanently in the shop phase when a friend gets strawberries. Attack is always temporary, but it scales its health. That's very important when you consider the pelican and the salmon does more damage based on the health it has. Or I believe it either does more damage or gets another trigger. I always forget which one it was, or which one it is. One of them's levels, and then one of them's the health. And then if you get over 25 health, that's, let's say, an extra salmon trigger, and then if you get to 50 health, that's an additional. So I think it'll do 3 snipes. So that's an important piece of information with the Cassowary. Now, let's see what we have on our team. The Cardinal. Why is the Cardinal so important? Well, at the end of every turn, it will steal the perk of a friend ahead. As you see, we stole a strawberry. The Cassowary scales off strawberry. Every turn, when you have a Cardinal and Cassowary, you get a free trigger, a free scaling trigger, and it's permanent health scaling. Let's take a step back real quick and talk about the pack. This weekly pack, very fun, very scary in the late game. Not only do you have the ostrich scaling with the hamster and the Bigfoot, with a couple other gold generating pets, you also have the elephant seal with pets like, look in the shop right now, the Dumbo octopus. The Dumbo octopus, I'm probably not going to talk about it a ton because it's going to be the highlight. It's the best pet of the week. You can take a Dumbo octopus on turn 20 and get value out of it. It is just amazing. And the main reason behind its effectiveness, is because there's not a lot that the shop, the item shop, the perk shop, the food shop has to offer this week. There's not a lot of scaling foods, especially early. You get chicken leg eventually, which is great, but up until that point, there's nothing. And then the perks. Not only is there no protective perks, but there really isn't any good perks outside of tomato. And maybe cherry, that I just saw the cherry as well, and maybe 1 or 2 others, but really think of tomato. When you're saying tomato's the best, that means there's no mushroom, obviously, there's no melon, there's no lemon, there's no pita bread, none of that. That's why the Dumbo octopus is so great. And let's look at what we got going here. So we got the Dubs Cardinal going, partially to save the level up. Turn 7 level ups are absolutely huge because the scaling all starts with, I thought we were going to hit a shoebill. Sorry, not a cassowary. We have a cassowary. Shoebill scaling with the strawberries, absolutely huge on turn 7. The fact that this is a main run and we did not hit the shoebill on turn 7 just tells me that, yeah, really cool, really successful run. Pass up on a raccoon and a silver fox. Silver fox, also one of the best units this week. Gold generation. There's not a lot of scaling up until this point. So if you take a base stat silver fox, you can catch it up to my cassowary very, very quickly. But as you look at the shop, there's not much to do. One of the really good things is the food that's available in the shop. I have no idea what it's called. It gives +5 attack, -2 health. You basically will buy a pet, use 1 or 2 of those. Let's see if I highlight it in the shop. Nope. So buy a pet, use 1 or 2 of those. So you reduce the health, increase the attack, and then you stack another pet on top to kind of reset the health. So let's think of the silver fox. It starts at a 3-6 baseline. You throw a couple of those foods on it, then you eventually stack another silver fox on it. Well, you got some pretty good value there relative to what's available in the pack. Now you throw a cauliflower on that sucker, and hopefully it starts winning some trades. Now you got something cooking. We're not going that route. It would have been a good route. We got the cassowary going. I guess the roadrunner I figured is just good tempo, which is awesome. The roadrunner is actually a good pill pet in this pack. And you might be thinking, well, there's no pill bug, there's no pill. What are we talking about here? You can either buy small ones to faint it, but you're not going to get there. If you get to that point, you held on to that roadrunner too long. The Dumbo octopus in the first, I don't know, up until turn 7 or so, or turn 9 maybe, you can roll for pills. And I've gotten a decent amount, so it's definitely going to show up in the bonus clips and main runs of the Dumbo octopus video at least. And here we go. Let's focus up here. We only have 3 trophies, but we have 4 hearts remaining and it's turn 8. So these kind of runs are the runs that I love. It means you have a long ways to go. You have plenty of hearts to lose. The one thing you need when you do have runs like this and you have a long ways to go is scaling. The good thing is the other team, as you see here, they don't have scaling. People are just running these silver foxes. This video is the first one I'm coming out with, by the way, because I immediately spammed Pelican to the ground right after the blind weekly. And then I moved to other builds, but because these were so fresh out of the blind weekly, it was like that night and the next day session was kind of my Pelicans. And then I moved on to Dumbo Octopus shortly after that, and the other builds. So yeah, double Pelican, and I threw the strawberry on the Pelican, not only for the 2 HP permanent that you get on the cassowary now, but also so we can get a little Peliception? Peliception? I think so. Peliception. I think that's what we're going with. Shout out Rev GT who did the panda. Wait, what was it? Oh gosh. It was like a pelican panda something. And he called it a certain name. And I had it in my head before I started this commentary. And I was like, I'm going to shout this out. And now I'm totally blanking out. And we've lost it. We've officially lost the plot. We're about to spiral. So the Pelicans were the same attack there. So getting that one to level 2 there, was that just 2 Pelicans that showed up in the shop as well as 2 Cardinals? Like, what is happening? We have 2 chocolates frozen. What is happening? Shout out the small one. You can have some fun with the small one. And the Theriznosaurus. Used it in the blind weekly to get the run. The second blind weekly run, I should say, which isn't really blind, but you all know how it goes. And here we go, a little Peliception. Oh man, I can't be losing it already. It's way too early. I'm fresh, I'm energized. I was ready for this commentary. I did the editing the night before and I was like, I'm not going to do the commentary tonight. I'm going to wait till I'm fresh. Because the salmons of death require that you fully appreciate, else they will come back and get you. So on the note of the small one, what else would be good to throw in this beluga? Because obviously the small one's the best. Okay, never mind. We just go small one immediately. Guinea fowl. I'm like, oh, what else? Let's see. We are not doing Peliception anymore, but we are immediately spitting out a small one. And considering we're eating the other 2 pets, is this small one Oh, this is going to be extremely effective, isn't it? Because the small one is going to pop out before the other pets. And it's not going to hit anything. And the salmon, I think I wanted the small one to KO our level 2 salmon, so our salmons would come out immediately. Our level 2 pelican, so our salmons would come out immediately. I don't know if that's the case. Please freeze the small one. Oh my gosh, why did I roll? Okay, if you're ever running a beluga with a certain pet, always freeze the pet that you want in the beluga, even if you already have one frozen. I guarantee you I would have thrown that chocolate on the beluga instead of the pelican if I had that small one frozen. Like, what a glaring, what a terror. See, now I'm all confused on my order. Now I don't know what to do. Am I really not gonna... Are both the pelicans are the same stat line. So that's why I was thinking about maybe foregoing one potential salmon to ensure we ate the beluga. I don't know. Got myself in a little bit of a pickle here, but there's a pelican in the shop. So I simply just stack one of those. I get one of the pelicans to 9 attack, and then that solves the issue. But no, apparently I'm too stubborn for that. There's no food in the shop outside of a chicken leg. So apparently I'm like, nah, I'm gonna find a chicken leg. I mean, that is like the most stubborn thing, especially on a run that's going so great. But we're on 7 trophies, 4 hearts. So yeah. And poor, what is that, the African penguin? Or I always get that confused with, no, that's the one that gives attack, isn't it? Why do I always blank out on some of these names? Oh man, I'm losing it. Maybe it's because I haven't played or anything today and I'm like going straight into commentary. Oh, look at that. I was going to toss the sushi and then I was like, no, I can't. The small one was just sitting there in the shop. So now I'm like, okay, now we can make up for it. Now we can toss sushis and look at that. The sushis, we fixed the attack order on the pelicans just by chance. Yeah, sometimes the gods are just looking out for me. Somebody called it out. I think it was my blind weekly run, or 2 people I think called it out, where I didn't take a straw. I had a strawberry jam frozen with up until 1 gold left rolling down the shop. I should have bought the strawberry jam. Instead I just rolled. It's like, why wouldn't you take the value that's there, especially on 1 heart? I ended up losing, and that jam would have made the difference, I think. And it's like, oh no, actually I think it would have, like, it ended up not making a difference, but it should have been the take. And yeah, it's like the gods are looking out for me. The gods are always seem to be looking out for me. And 2 level 2 salmons, one of them 30 HP. Does the HP give extra damage? It looks like, actually. So it's a 5 damage snipe. If it's 25 HP or more, it'll be a 10 damage snipe. If it's 50 HP, it'll be a 15 damage snipe. Why don't I just read? I don't know. Apparently I'm just making everything super difficult. Decide to go pancake on back pelican because, yeah, Peliception only happens with the mid peli. We can get a little more stats, and the stats go to all of our pelis. And if we can somehow get another one over 25 HP, that'd be great. But otherwise, everything's at level 2, so we feel pretty good. Big hippo with coconut. Extremely scary, but level 2 small one. Between our first salmon snipes and the small one, we KO 2 units. The hippo does some work, but we get it down to 4 HP. So the level 2 salmons can get it done. And it looks like the levels are the damage and the HP is the number of snipes. So let's hop straight into the bonus clips. I had 3 or 4 runs for this video marked as main runs. And the reason that one took over is because it was a combination of the beluga small one with the Peliception, which I thought was really cool. Not crazy scaling. It was kind of just abusing the cassowary scaling. So you see here, we get a lot more egregious with the team. It's turn 16, so it's not like crazy late, but look, I mean 50-50 whale shark on the opposing team. Very scary, but when you can chip them down with the small one and all these snipes, I mean, we end up winning it so comfortably. And yeah, let's see what we got on the potential last turns here. Sunfish, super fun pet going into the final battle. I'm going to have some great bonus clips with that in the future videos. Yeah, you can see I'm freezing it because it's an odd turn. So we can sell the shoe bill. I thought it'd be really cool to have Sunfish and Small One going off at the start of battle. And it's the Meta Brusk roll. Roll your whole turn down. The Beluga would be great to get above 25 health. Really want to level the... Oh, there we go. We had Gingerbread on the Pelican. So we get the level 3. So that makes sense why something like this I'd label as a main run as well. Very high statted team, very high levels. And it's kind of the minimalist for maximizing the team, right? We don't need 5 pets. You only need a level 3 Pelican and then 3 other pets. And then you got all your salmons. No reason for another pet. And especially if you know you're going to win, there's no reason to keep your scaler. But a team like this, yeah, this is certainly a loss, right? Oh, level 3 Small One. Look at this gorilla. Level 2 gorilla. All their coconut activations, and it breaks. Do the salmons KO almost everything. Almost. And the 45-45 golden retriever shows up for it first. So our 50 HP salmon can win the trade in the end. What an epic final. That team looks so much stronger than ours. And here you go again. It's the same setup. Like I said, I was spamming these right after my blind weekly runs. So I was very consistent with how I was building the team. And you can do that. You can just roll turns down in the early game, and there's not much punishment for it, as long as you have something like a cassowary carrying you. And look at this, 50-50 Pelican actually, 50-50 Cardinal. This is Peliception with a 50-50 Pelican. I mean, oh my word. I feel like past Meta Brusk would have put past me. Why am I doing this third person thing too much? I need to slow that roll down. Past me would have basically had this labeled as like the main run, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I got him to 50-50 like crazy. But now I feel like the lower statted teams are taking priority as the main run, probably due to Grounded Sap's reject scaling influence, and I just find that a lot more fun now, and I should say more satisfying. Winning with the lower statted teams, or kind of like the minimalist version of teams. Of course, getting to 50-50, getting the high statted teams, running teams like exactly what you see right here is so much fun. So I'm not going to say that the other way is more fun. It's fun in different ways. But yeah, the fact that the cassowary was 16 attack, 50 HP, like, and look, it actually goes behind the 50-50 when it spawns. So it's like, ooh, that was a big SPV. That was a big SPV right there. But they snipe our pelicans, so we get another 50-50 salmon snipe. Oh my gosh. The spiny bush viper, 17 damage snipe with the pineapple level 3. That was kind of cool. On our back line, so that was like 4 spaces away. Yeah, fatty teams. And yeah, it's not going to end here. It's not going to end. This whole video is just pelicans, but we are going to get into some interesting tech here. So the Hummingbird. Hummingbird, super simple concept. Start a battle, it's just going to give strawberries to the friend ahead. Usually, because there's not a lot of other equipment, I guess you could throw pancakes on everything. That's something I didn't really think of when I was running this. I could have had pancakes on all the pets in front, and then the Hummingbird that has higher attack than the Pelican is going to give the strawberries ahead. Then the Pelican's going to eat, the strawberry pets. So it's kind of like an in-battle, start-a-battle thing. Obviously, if you had a churro, you wouldn't need to have higher attack, but, I mean, 34-30 Hummingbird is just huge. I assume I'm rolling for strawberry jams because of the cassowary, and it's a great way to use Pelican with cassowary as your scaler if you're worried about, like, finding strawberries. So we can just roll and toss strawberries and not worry about not getting all of our Pelican triggers. And we can do stuff like this. Let's get 2 big Pelicans. We're on 9 trophies. See what happens. And this Hummingbird is a little set up for the final bonus clip with music. The final bonus clip with music is actually Absolutely insane as well. I think it would have been, I think it was the closest contender to the main run. It is it is 3 starter battle pets. So it's what you see here, the Hummingbird Pelican, but it's using the, oh boy, is it the Hoatzin that will remove strawberries at the start of battle to gain trumpets. So let's take a second and look at this battle. Oh, it's just so beautiful, isn't it? I mean, come on. Come on. So the Hoatzin, imagine the start of battle, it removes all the strawberries. Hummingbird gives strawberries back. Pelican eats pets with strawberry. Oh, here we go. It just happened. I intro it. Okay, so I believe we're going to get a couple battles here. And then we're going to jump into a different run, but same concept. So I just wanted to intro the concept here before the music comes in. And you see the teams we're running into consistently. This is very early in the weekly and already teams have figured it out. I need rolls, I need money generation, and then I put a, you don't even need scaling with the team that this person has because of the Nessie and the Platy with the trumpets. Absolutely insane. So here we go. 45 trumpets. Hummingbird gives it back. We don't have the Pelican here. But yeah, you'll see what's going on. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly, let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait. I can take the pain. I will surrender. Let me go on a new adventure. It's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space. Explore the world.